Hey, what's going on everyone? It's Steggy again, back with yet another Disney Lorcana card of the day. And today's card of the day is going to be Merlin, Self-Appointed Mentor. Now, Merlin is a Sapphire card. He costs 4 ink, and he is inkable, which again means you can place him into your inkwell. He has 3 strength, 4 willpower, and he quests for 1 lore. He does have an ability as a keyword, and that is support. We've only seen this once before on Hey Hey, but support means whenever this character quests, you may add their strength to chosen character's strength this turn. Ideally, I think it's worded weird. It's supposed to be another character. So whenever Merlin would quest, you would take his strength and add it to one of your other characters, and they would get that temporary buff for the turn. Merlin is a common, which is really good. And he has mentor and sorcerer for classifications. I'm not seeing that being a big deal right now, but I guess I'm just throwing that out there. So how do I feel about Merlin? This is going to be weird for me to talk about. I personally have not play tested Merlin. I was kind of like, it's Merlin. Like, there's other cards in a Sapphire deck I would rather play. So since I'm trying to quest for the same cost, I've been trying out the Maleficent, who has the same cost. She's 4 for a 3/4, but she can quest for 2, and I do like that. But I have had Merlin played against me a few times. Really good. He's very, very strong, especially when you have a board of characters that can utilize him. Being able to give any character just 3 strength is really, really big. That means your 1-drop characters that have, like, say 2 strength and 2 willpower, they now turn into 5 strength and 2 willpower characters who can then challenge and banish basically anything, especially the turn after, say, Merlin comes into play. What's really nice about Merlin is that you get his feature when you quest, and questing is how you win the game. So Merlin just goes off and does his own thing. He just gains you some lore, but then you put his strength onto another character who could then challenge one of your opponent's characters and banish them. A really good combination with Merlin is, say, running a Sapphire and Amethyst deck where you're running cards like Rafiki and Zeus. So what you can do is play Rafiki or Zeus, then you quest with Merlin, then you give Merlin strength to Rafiki or Zeus, and then challenge into one of your opponent's big characters and surprise them and remove it, right? Your opponent could, say, have played a Goofy, the Goofy Musketeer, who's a bodyguard with 6 strength. You could play Rafiki, quest with Merlin, get 1 lore, so again, you're going towards your win condition, give 3 strength to Rafiki, and then Rafiki challenges and banishes Goofy. Yeah, you lose Rafiki, but that's a pretty good trade. That's very surprising. Then that leaves any of your other characters free to challenge any of your other opponent's characters if you need to, or you can quest or whatever. But that's a pretty good surprising trade. That's like a 1-for-1 where Rafiki wouldn't be able to do that normally. It's very surprising for your opponent, and it's a very good combination. So I do think that if you're running some rush characters, I think Merlin is a little stronger because it's like a surprise. So if you know what's on your opponent's board, you can think, okay, my opponent could quest with Merlin and give his Archimedes plus 3 strength, and that would take out my, this character or whatever. Like, you can plan for that. But I like how Merlin's ability just happens when you're questing. Same with Hey Hey. Hey Hey is really, really good. He's been out for a while, Hey Hey has, but people have started to realize, wow, Hey Hey is just a solid character. Because for one, again, support means you're just questing with that character, so you're just gaining lore, you're going to do that anyway, and then you get a little extra effect for just playing the game. So you put that 1 strength on somebody, in Hey Hey's case, which will allow you to take out a character. Put it on a 2 strength character, and you're able to take out like an exerted Hercules or whatever. There's just so many possibilities that you can do with support. And Merlin giving 3 support is very, very good. It is meant for challenging, so yeah, Merlin's going to be questing and doing that stuff, but you got to make sure you're doing some really good trades to really make the most use out of Merlin's ability, or you might start falling behind. What's really cool though is that the support ability stacks. And what I mean is, if you have, we'll say that you're playing an Amber and a Sapphire deck, and you have Hey Hey, and you have Merlin, and we'll say you have one other character in play ready to challenge. You can quest with Hey Hey, give his 1 strength to Merlin. Now Merlin has 4 strength. Then if you quest with Merlin and use his support ability on this other character, the new character would get 4 strength, which is the 3 strength from Merlin plus the 1 strength from Hey Hey. So, and that stuff stacks. It's really, really cool. So that's something you could do. You could even do double Merlin to give a character plus 6 strength, which would let something like an Archimedes take out an exerted Maui, for example. Because that would be plus 6 onto the Archimedes. Archimedes is already 2 strength, which would then equal 8, which could take out Maui, which is funny, right? It's funny to think about, but that is an option. You could do that. He's a good card. Merlin's a good card. Support is actually really solid. And when it was used against me, it definitely put in some work, but it is definitely more challenging. If you're doing that, you're not questing as much. It's a weird like double-edged sword. And a lot of times you are just trading whatever you support into whatever you want to get rid of. So you are losing a character, but your opponent's losing a character. You are losing a character that wouldn't normally banish that target, I suppose, if that makes sense, because you would be challenging up with that plus 3 strength. It's really good. Support is really good. I have to try it a bit, myself a bit more, but I like him. I think he's good. I'm going to give him a solid like 7 out of 10. He's good because his effect just happens when you're questing to help you win the game. And his 4 willpower is not bad. He can probably survive a hit early, like when he comes down, but he might not survive 2 or something from a bigger character later on. But overall, not bad. 7 out of 10 cards. Support is good. He's a common, easy to obtain. But hey, thanks for watching. I appreciate it. You stay safe out there. Make good decisions. And I will see you in the next one. Okay, bye.